Welcome. We will begin today's practice from a reclined position on your mat. Allow the arms and legs to be spread apart and away from the body. If you have tenderness or soreness in your low back, bend your knees, placing your feet wider than hip width apart. Let the toes turn inward and the heels turn slightly outward, letting the knees rest against each other, supporting the weight so that your leg muscles can relax. As you begin to find stillness in this pose, allow your awareness to feel the body's connection to the floor underneath you, noticing the points of contact: feet, seat, shoulder blades, and base of the skull. Feel grounded and secure, knowing that you are supported. Allow your awareness to begin to connect to your senses and begin to notice the information your senses are giving the body and the mind. Notice the air on your skin. Is it cool or warm? What other qualities do you notice? Notice what you smell in through your nose, what you taste in your mouth. What sounds do you hear? If it feels safe, close through your eyes and notice the dance of light and shadow behind the eyelids. Notice all of this information coming into the body and the effects it has on your body and mind. Letting your awareness land in your physical body, notice where you have areas of openness and softness. And then begin to notice areas that you may be holding tension. Notice also if your mind wants to label one as good and one as bad. In actuality, sometimes openness serves the body, and sometimes tension serves the body. Letting go of the judgment of good or bad, I ask you to begin to inquire, does it serve me? If it isn't serving you, we can begin the effort of letting go. Scan through the body again and see if we can begin to make those adjustments. Let your attention glide from your physical body to your natural breathing. Notice how you are breathing today. Notice the qualities of your breath. Is it cool or warm? Is it smooth or rough? Does it move in your body clearly? Or are there areas where the breath gets stuck? What information is your breath giving you? Allow your awareness to move into your emotions. Notice what emotions are present today. What is on the surface, the emotions you share outwardly, and then look at the emotions that may lie deeper. Again, resist the urge to label the emotions as good or bad. Instead, come back to the question, does it serve me? And again, if it doesn't serve you, see if we can let it go. If we can't let it go, know that everything changes with time and energy. Next, bring your attention to your thoughts. What are the distracting thoughts in your mind today? Which are the thoughts that are trying to keep you from being present with yourself at this moment? Are they thoughts of the future, checklists, to-do lists, moments you are anticipating? Are they thoughts from the past? I sometimes call these the should-haves. I should have done this, or I should have done that. Take a look at these thoughts and ask yourself, are any of these thoughts more important, more pressing than spending time with myself? It has been my experience that the answer is usually no. So, we can let go of these thoughts, and if they return to us during practice, smile with the awareness that we know that these thoughts will return, and then invite yourself to come back to the present. To help the mind and to focus the attention, let us connect to our hearts and set a sankalpa, or intention. Ask your heart what you need the most. What intention would you like to culminate from the fruits of your efforts? What is your heart's deepest desire? Listen closely and find your word of intention. As your heart whispers its word of intention, when you breathe in your natural breath, draw the intention into your body, into your cells, into your very essence. As you breathe out, send the intention outward, filling the air and space around you until you are fully enveloped in your own intention, both inside and out. Take 2 more full breaths with your intention, and then allow the awareness to just land back with the breath itself. We will begin to shape the natural breath for movement practice. As you breathe in, draw a full breath in the nose and feel it move downward in the body. Imagine the breath extending downward all the way into the bowl of the pelvis. Feel the gentle rise of the low belly, the space underneath the belly button, filling as you inhale. As you exhale, let the breath move out slowly and mindfully, letting the low belly deflate, naturally sinking in toward the spine. Start here, each inhale lengthening, deepening, drawing in and downward. Each exhale releasing fully, mindfully, allowing the exhale to move out the same rate as the inhale. Begin to feel this rhythm and flow of breath and energy rolling in and out like waves on the shore. As this begins to feel more comfortable, if it feels appropriate in your body today, you can deepen the breath so that it moves first down, expanding the low belly, and then continuing to fill, moving into the ribs of the side body, expanding the torso outward. As you exhale, the air moves out of the belly and the ribs gently contract. Explore the breath and notice how this slight change affects your body and senses. At At this point, you can decide whether it is appropriate to lengthen the breath further, moving air first into the low belly, the ribs on the side body, and then continuing to fill into your upper chest and the top of the lungs. Know, however, that if this doesn't fit for you, continue where it feels appropriate for you in your body. This applies to any of the postures or movements we do in our practice today. If anything is painful or doesn't work for you, give yourself the permission to listen to your body's signals and come back to a place or movement that did work for you. Once you have established the breath flow that works for you, let it settle into your body, moving with a steady rhythm like music. As we move through our practice, move with this rhythm. At any point, if you lose this breath flow, pause in a comfortable position until you can find this rhythm again. As you continue to breathe, draw your arms alongside your body with the hands palm side down into the floor next to your hips. If you have the knees bent, walk the feet closer together, landing hip width apart, with the left heel aligned with your left seat and your right heel aligned with your right seat, and the knees pointing directly up to the ceiling. If your legs are extended, draw them closer so that they are aligned about hip width apart. As you take your next inhale, let the arms sweep upward, fingers extending up towards the ceiling, and then let the arms continue to move over the head, stretching towards the wall or space behind you. As you exhale, let the arms sweep back up toward the ceiling, then let them come down, landing beside your hips. Keep moving in this flowing motion with your breath. Inhale, stretch and reach. Exhale, soften and relax. Notice the movement in this flow. Notice if there is a point as your arms raise over your head where the movement is not just in the arms, but has also moved into the rib cage as well. You can tell if the rib cage is lifting because the small of your back will lift slightly higher from the floor. Notice if your arms track back and forth easily, or if they move apart as they move above your head. Or notice if there's any hiccups in the movement. Pay attention as you flow, if the movement becomes easier as the body begins to warm up. The next time you exhale, and there's no hurry to get there, bring the arms down. Draw the right thigh and knee towards the chest. Bring the hands either around the shin or behind the thigh for support as you fully exhale. As you inhale, release the right leg all the way back down. Raise the arms up overhead, expanding as you inhale. As you exhale again, draw the left leg in toward the chest. Continue to alternate side to side, every inhale expanding and every exhale drawing the opposite leg into the chest. The next time your left knee is into your chest, hold it here and draw the right one in as well. It may feel nice to gently rock from side to side and massage out the low back. After a few more gentle rocks, come back to center and stillness. Lower your arms down to your sides, palms down for support. As you inhale, lift the soles of your feet, pushing through the heels up toward the ceiling, stacking the feet over top of the hips. The knees do not need to be straight. As you exhale, slowly lower your knees back into your chest. Move here with your breath flow. Every inhale, extending the legs, feet up toward the ceiling. Every exhale, lowering the knees back into the chest. Notice if this flow gets easier as you continue the movement. On your next inhale, when you extend the legs upward, hold the legs extended. Slowly reach the fingertips up toward the ceiling as well. Begin to make gentle circles with the wrists and with the ankles. Begin to move the circles in the opposite direction. Take one more inhale, really extending the feet and hands toward the ceiling. And as you exhale, lower your knees back to your chest and let your feet come back down to the ground. Let your arms come to rest by your side. Lining your left foot behind your left seat and your right foot behind your right seat, allow your bent knees to point straight up toward the ceiling. Drawing the shoulder blades closer together so that they are able to lie flat on your mat and the shoulders are out of the ears. Allow the palms of your hands to spread wide into the floor beside your hips. Allow your gaze to look directly up at the ceiling so that there is a space between your chin and chest. Connect to your breathing rhythm, and as you inhale, press into the soles of your feet, the palms of your hands, your shoulder blades, and the base of your head for support. Inhaling, raise your hips upward. As you exhale, let your spine round and gently begin to roll back down, letting your sacrum or your tailbone land last. Keep flowing, using the movement of your breath to guide you. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, rolling back down. As you flow, notice if your knees want to splay outward as you lift your hips. See if you can keep them pointing straight upward. Notice if you begin to tuck your chin, leave plenty of space to breathe by looking up at the ceiling. On your next round, as you inhale and lift your hips, pause and breathe at the top of the pose. Soften through your seat. Let your belly be filled as you inhale. Soften any gripping or tension in your hands, your shoulders, or your jaw. If your teeth are clenched, allow them to soften and rest the tongue in the bottom of your mouth. Take one more full inhale, and as you exhale, let the spine round and gently come down. When your sacrum lands, draw your knees up into your chest and gently rock from side to side again. Coming back to center, slide your hands behind your knees, tuck your chin in toward your chest, and vertically begin to rock along the spine back and forth, using about 4 or 5 gentle rocks to come all the way up to seated. Pivoting around, we will come all the way onto our hands and knees in a kneeling position. If there is no tenderness in the wrists or knees, we can spread the palms wide and stack the arms so that the wrists line up under the elbows line up under the shoulders, and the knees will line up under the hips. If you have tender wrists, we have a few options. We can move the hands ahead of the shoulders to decrease the pressure on the wrist, or we can get a blanket to place under the hands and knees to soften the impact on both of the joints. Once you establish the position for your arms and legs, reconnect with your breath flow. As you breathe in, extend the crown of your head forward and draw your tailbone behind you so that they are moving away from each other and you are creating space and length through the neutral spine. Once you've connected with the rhythm of your breath, as you exhale, begin to tuck your tailbone under and begin to lift your spine up towards the ceiling. Then gently let your head hang between your arms. As you inhale, lift your tailbone up, let your belly fill, dipping toward the earth, and lift your heart forward. Exhale, tail tucks, spine lifts, head hangs. Inhale, tail lifts, belly fills down toward the earth, and the heart lifts forward. Keep flowing with this motion, moving with the rhythm of your own breath. Notice the effects of the flow on the body. Connect to the energy flowing within. Imagine it rippling along the spine, moving back and forth with every inhale and exhale. You can choose to stay in this flow, or if you would like to explore a deeper expression, as you exhale, begin to slide your hips back toward your heels and let your torso fold forward over your thighs. Reach your hands far forward. Plant the palms, and as you inhale, you can inhale back into our first position with the tail lifted, the belly dipping, and the heart forward, or you can continue to move the torso all the way forward so the shoulders stack over the wrists again, and the crown and hips are lifted forward and up. Take a moment to relax the shoulders out of the ears and press through the palms to really lift yourself up. As you exhale, let the hips slide back towards the heels and fold forward. As you inhale, shift forward into that big back bend, always moving with the flow of your own breath. On your next exhale, let your hips slide back towards your heels, folding your torso forward. Let the arms relax either at the sides of the body or stack the hands on top of each other and let the forehead rest on the back of the hands. Breathe here. With the belly compressed, let the energy of the breath flow through the backside of your body. Feel your lungs fill as the breath moves in and down, reaching towards your hips. As you exhale, let your belly soften, compressing into your thighs, gently massaging your vital organs, stimulating as you exhale. Slide the palms of your hands under your shoulders as you tuck your chin into your chest, round your spine, and press up into the palms of your hands. Come to be seated on the heels. If this doesn't work in your body, we can elevate the hips off of the heels using blocks or cushions for support. We can also swing the legs around to sit on our seats, possible on a cushion as well. We want to be able to find a position where our pelvis is in a neutral position, where it is neither tucked under or forward. As we find a seat that is stable and grounded, come back to your breath. As you inhale, feel the crown draw upward away from the tail. Let your breastbone stack over top of your hips and chin stack over your breastbone. Let your shoulders relax and rest your hands on your legs. When you reconnect with the flow of your breath, let the arms draw down and around and up as you inhale. When you reconnect with breath, let the arms draw down and around, lifting as you inhale, extending through the fingertips. As you exhale, let the palms meet in center and move down the midline of your body. Move this flow in sync with the rhythm of your breath. On your next inhale, keep the left arm extended and lower the right arm down to the floor. Let the left arm reach over the midline of the body as you bend into your right side. As you inhale and lengthen the spine back up into a neutral position. And as you exhale, the left arm will come down to the floor. The right arm will move over the midline of the body, reaching as you bend into the left side. Keep flowing from side to side, letting your breath guide your movements, inhaling through center and exhaling as you bend into the side body. Notice the gentle compression on one side of the body while experiencing the openness on the other. Use every inhale as an opportunity to recenter and lengthen before bending into the other side. On the next inhale, bring both arms and torso back through center, lengthening upward. As you exhale, bring the palms together and lower the hands so that the index and middle fingers rest under your chin and thumbs rest on your breastbone. Inhale here, lifting the crown upward, lengthening. As you exhale, staying stable through the hips, twist the belly, the ribs, and the chest to the right, keeping the head aligned with the breastbone so that the entire twist is only moving through the torso. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist belly, ribs, and chest to the left. Continue with this twisting flow using the breath as your guide. On your next inhale, come to center, palms slide down, resting in front of the heart. Reconnect with your Sankalpa, the intention you set at the beginning of practice. As you recall your intention, check in with the thoughts in your mind, the emotions in your body. What has shifted and what is the same? Allow the index, middle finger, and ring fingers to move away from each other, but keep the pinky and thumb together. Coming into Padme or Lotus Mudra. As you breathe your deep inhale, draw the intention into the flower. On your next inhale, keep the pinky fingers together, but begin to open the palms toward your body, drawing your intention toward yourself. As you exhale, continue to roll the hands, letting the backs of the hands touch as you draw the fingers down and forward. As you inhale, let the pinky fingers move apart, but keep the index fingers together, rolling through the wrists all the way back to Padme Mudra. Draw air in as the petals draw toward you. Exhale as the petals draw away from you. Every inhale, draw the intention in with the movement of your fingers. Return to Padme Mudra. Take an inhale in, and as you exhale, roll the fingers in the opposite direction, sending your intention outward into the space around you. Continue to flow using the rhythm of your own breath. Return to center, let the palms close back together, sealing the intention in. Slide the hands down, letting them come to rest on the thighs or legs. Allow your awareness to land at your navel. Begin to draw large circles, leading with your belly button, moving your torso on top of your hips, letting your breath guide your movement. Coming back around, pause in center, take a full breath, and then begin to draw your circles in the opposite direction. Come back to center and pause, connecting to breath. Feel the echoes of the churning in your own body. Gently remove the props that you were sitting on and make your way back to hands and knees. Let the hips sink back towards the heels and let the torso fold forward over the thighs. Connect to your breath flow again here. Reach your hands forward and come back to our original position with the wrists stacked under the shoulders and the knees stacked under the hips. Take a breath in, and as you do, press the crown forward and the tail behind you, drawing them away from each other. As you exhale, draw your hips toward the right. As you bend into your side body, look over your right shoulder at your hips. Inhale, bring your body back to center. Exhale, draw your hips to the left and look over your left shoulder at your hips, bending into the left side body. Flow with your breath from side to side. For a deeper expression, when you inhale back through center, you can extend your left foot back and move it towards the right side. Bend into the right side body, looking at the hip and the extended foot for a deeper opening on the left side. With the inhale, come back to center and extend the right foot back and over to the left side. Bend into the left side, looking back at the left hip and extended foot. Keep alternating this from side to side, using every inhale back and center to realign. Return to center. Draw your elbows in so that when they are bent, they point back at your knees. Curl your toes under, plant through your palms. Inhale, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, press through, lifting the knees and then drawing the hips up and back, lengthening through the torso. Let your knees be bent if it helps find length in the torso, drawing the tail away from the crown. As you inhale, come up onto the toes, and as you exhale, slowly lower your heels toward the floor. Keep moving with this flow. Inhale, lifting to the toes. Exhaling, lowering to the heels. On your next exhale, look forward in between your hands and walk your feet forward, landing them hip-width apart and close to your hands, letting your torso hang forward. Find the balance in the feet and gently let yourself sway from side to side. Bring your hands to your shins or thighs, and as you inhale, lift the torso up halfway, drawing the crown forward away from the tail. As you exhale, let the body fold forward again. Let yourself hang here, maybe gently nodding the head, yes, and then no, to help release through the back of the neck. Plant through your feet, bend deep into the knees. Tuck your chin into your chest and gently begin to roll the spine up slowly. Keep your chin tucked into your chest at the very end until all dizziness has subsided. Reestablish through the feet. Hip width apart, lift the toes to draw your awareness into the sole of your foot. Draw awareness to the spot in the big toe mound, the pinky toe mound, and in the center of the heel. Feel these points ground you and connect you to the earth. Let the toes gently come down to rest on the floor. Let the toes be relaxed during your practice and notice if there are any points or moments where they clench into the ground. Let your attention travel upward through the body from the feet. Let the knees be soft, not locked back, so that they can stack over your ankles. Stack your hips over your knees and let the crown of the head draw upward and away from your tail. Let your breastbone stack over top of your hips and chin over top of your breastbone. Let the shoulders relax. Reconnect with your breath rhythm at this point. Breathe deep into the belly, filling into the ribs and possibly the chest. Exhale, belly softens, ribs contract, and the chest relaxes, releasing. Land in your breath rhythm here. When the breath flow has been re-established, begin to draw the fingertips out and around, reaching the arms upward overhead as you inhale. As you exhale, draw the hands down through the midline, palms together. Keep flowing with the breath in this way. Looking forward, allow your eyes to rest on a point that isn't moving. A focus point where the gaze can soften and you can find your internal balance. On the next inhale, allow the weight to move into the left foot and raise the heel of the right foot by bending the right knee. As you exhale, let both feet land, weight redistributing between both. Inhale, move the weight to the right foot and raise the left heel. Exhale, both feet plant and weight moves back evenly between the two. Continue to flow, alternating sides. The choice is to stay here in this flow or to move into another expression is completely dependent on how you are showing up on your mat today. If you are unstable or wobbly today, stay with this flow. If you are feeling grounded and steady, we can move from lifting the heel to lifting the entire foot, bending the knee forward and drawing the toes back toward the shin. As you exhale, both feet are on the ground and weight is spread evenly. The next time you have your right heel or foot lifted, draw your hands, palms together, down to your heart. Then step the right foot far behind you, staying on the ball of the right foot. Hinging forward, place your hands on either side of your left foot or use blocks or supports to lengthen your arms. Look to make sure that your left foot lines up with your left armpit. And when you look down, your right foot lines up with your right armpit. When you lunge into your left foot, make sure the knee only moves so far that it stacks above the left ankle. As you inhale, extend through both legs, and as you exhale, lunge into the left leg while drawing the right heel back. Inhale, extend, exhale, lunge, using your breath to guide the movement. On your next exhale, land in the lunge and breathe. Relax through toes, relax through jaw, relax through shoulders. On your next exhale, press off your back right foot and step it forward to join the left. Allow yourself to hang forward over your thighs once again. Press into your feet. Tuck your chin, round your spine, bend your knees, and as you inhale, roll all the way back up to standing. When you've landed back and standing with the breath, and when you are ready, move into your breathing flow, drawing the arms all the way around and up on the inhale, palms together, and down the center line on the exhale. Reconnect with your focus point, and when you are ready, begin to alternate raising the heels of the foot once again. On your next exhale, bring the palms to the heart. Step the left foot back, staying on the ball of the foot. Bring your hands to the floor or to blocks on either side of your right foot. Check your alignment, left foot on left side, right foot on right side. As you inhale, extend through both legs. As you exhale, lunge into the right leg, pushing the left heel backward. On your next exhale, land in the lunge on your right side. Relax the jaw, relax the shoulders, relax the toes. On your next exhale, press off the back left foot and bring it alongside the right, allowing your torso to hang forward. Planting through the feet, bend the knees, tuck your chin, and gently roll your spine back up to standing. At the top, when you've reestablished focus point and breath, come back into the alternate foot raise flow. On the next exhale, where the right foot is lifted, bring the palms to the heart and step the right foot back long again. Bring the hands to the inside of the left foot. Pivot towards the right long side of your mat, rotating on the balls of the feet until both feet point out to the long edge of your mat on the right side. Inhaling, walk the hands into the middle, straightening both legs, and then as you exhale, begin to walk the hands to the right side, bending the right knee and coming into a side lunge on the right. We will flow here from side to side, using the breath as a guide, always using the inhale to come back into center and the exhale to lunge into the side. When you return to the left side, pivot on the balls of your feet to return facing forward on the short side of your mat. Press off the right foot, stepping the foot forward beside the left and folding your torso over the thighs. Press into the soles of your feet, bend your knees, tuck your chin into your chest, and gently roll your spine up, letting the chin and head come up last. From standing, reconnect with focus point, with breath, and when you are ready, move into your breathing flow, drawing the arms all the way around and up on the inhale, palms together and down the center line on the exhale. And when you are ready, also begin to alternate raising the heels or the foot. The next time your left foot is raised, bring the palms down to your heart, and as you exhale, step your left foot behind you. Bring the palms of your hands down to the floor on the inside of your right foot. Pivot on the balls of both feet to turn your toes out towards the left long side of your mat. Bring the palms of your hands down to the floor on the inside of your right foot. Pivot on the balls of both of your feet to turn the toes toward the left long side of your mat. As you inhale, walk your hands into the middle, extending through both legs but keeping the knees slightly bent. Bring the hands to the thighs, and on your next inhale, lifting through the torso at the waist, press through the crown as you come all the way up to standing wide-legged on your mat. As you inhale your next breath, draw the arms out parallel to your shoulders, turning your toes slightly outward and the heels slightly inward. As you exhale, begin to bend into both knees, sinking the hips downward. At the same time, bend the arms up at the elbow to a 90-degree angle in the arms. Inhale, extend through the legs and straighten the arms back out at shoulder height, reaching through the fingertips. Exhale, sink down while raising the arms 90 degrees. Flow using the rhythm of your breath. On your next inhale, extend through the legs and lower the hands down to your hips. Turn the feet so that the toes turn slightly inward and the heels move slightly outward. As you exhale, hinge forward long from the waist all the way forward until you can place your hands on the ground. Walk your hands forward and let your heart sink towards the floor as you push the hips up and back. Breathe here. As you inhale, walk your hands back toward your body. Begin to walk your hands toward the right as you pivot on the balls of the feet. Turn toward the front short edge of your mat and step your left foot forward to join the right as your torso folds over your thighs. Press into the feet, tuck your chin, round your spine, and as you inhale, roll all the way back up to standing. When you are ready, move into your breathing flow, drawing the arms all the way around and up on the inhale, palms together and down the center line on the exhale. On your next exhale, bring the palms together in front of your heart. Reconnect to your intention. Bend the knees, setting the hips back so that the knees stack over top of the ankles. Take an inhale here, and then let the torso fold forward over the thighs. Lift the hips and let yourself hang forward. Bend your knees enough to plant the palms of your hands on the ground for support. Bring one knee down and then the other. Let the hips slide back towards the heels and let the torso fold forward. Continue to breathe in your rhythmic breath. Notice the breath, emotions, and thoughts that are present now. How are things the same as the last time we were in this position, and how are they different? Bring your hands forward, planting through the palms of the hands, move your hips forward. As you come to hands and knees, walk the hands to one side, coming to land on the hips so that you can swing your legs out, round to the front, sitting on your seat. Bend the knees and plant the feet on the mat. Hold on to the backs of your thighs, tuck your chin into your chest, and gently roll the spine down to the mat. When you are reclined fully, draw the knees up into the chest and gently rock from side to side if it feels good. Let the feet slowly come down to the mat, keeping the knees bent. Bring the arms wide and the knees flow from one side to the other. Every exhale, let the knees come down to a side, and every inhale, come back through center and move to the other side. Finally, come back to center. Bring the palms down beside the waist, but out of the side of the body. You can choose whether to extend the legs out and wide apart, or keep the knees bent, walking the feet wider apart, letting the toes move inward and the heels out, and then let the leg bones lean against each other for support. Once you land in whatever pose of integration you choose, find stillness. Allow awareness to come to breath and take a big inhale. Let the exhale move out of your open mouth as a sigh. Do that 2 more times, letting go of the shaped breath we created for practice, and return to your natural, regular breathing. As we begin to wrap up our practice, let our awareness come back to where we began, to notice what is the same and what is different. Scan through your physical body, noticing what is open and relaxed now, and notice what is holding tension now. And check to see if it is serving you. Notice your natural breath and see if it has shifted. Notice the quality and where it moves. Check in with your thoughts and emotions. Is there still anything that we can let go of? Return awareness to your intention, your sankalpa, on one last time. Repeating it with every inhale in the body. And then we will let that go too. For the next few minutes, allow your body to land in conscious relaxation, to soak up all that prana, all the vital life energy that we just created. I will bring you back in a few moments, but now is the time to spend with yourself. hands to return to your breath. When you are ready for movement, wiggle into the fingers and toes. Gently roll the head from one side to the other. Then make any subtle movements that feel right in your body. Ankle circles, wrist circles, stretching, knees to chest, helping your body gently reawaken and come back. When you are ready to return, roll over to your side, letting your arms support your head and neck. Plant the hand that is on top, palm side into the ground at your heart for support. Tuck your chin in towards your chest and roll all the way up to seated. We traditionally close the practice with Om. How you participate, though, is entirely up to you. You can hold noble silence, or you can join me using your voice. Sitting up nice and tall, connect back to your natural breath. And when you are ready, we'll inhale together for Om. So inhaling. Bring the palms together at your heart. Bow first to yourself, to your own beautiful divinity within, and then to each other for a lovely shared practice. Namaste.